At 40, Robin Roberts, the beloved co-anchor of Good Morning America, whose courage and warmth have guided millions through personal triumphs and global news alike, has faced the kind of heartbreak that even her decades of resilience couldn't fully prepare her for, because earlier today, just before sunrise, Robinson's world turned deeply personal as she received news no one ever expects. Her only sibling, Sally, whom she cared for in public and private through years of illness and recovery, has passed away unexpectedly, and now Robin is not only mourning as a sister, but navigating an impossible blend of grief and professional duty in the most public arena possible. And fans who watch her every morning were unaware that the smile they rely on was holding back a breaking heart, because Robin has spent her life embodying strength through vulnerability, surviving breast cancer, blood disorders, surgeries, public medical crises, and publicly turning her pain into empathy. But the loss of Sally cuts differently, not a diagnosis conquered, but a presence gone, a bond broken, and a quiet voice silenced. And with funeral arrangements already in motion in their hometown of Pass Christian, Mississippi, Robin has chosen to maintain her anchor role while simultaneously carrying the weight of unimaginable sorrow, facing the cameras today not only as a journalist reporting the world's tragedies but also as a grieving daughter, sister, and woman, asking herself how to continue when part of her world has collapsed. She canceled all extracurricular appearances and off-camera commitments, yet remains committed to tomorrow's show because she told her team, "The family needs me today," even though her own spirit aches, and those who work closest with her GMA colleagues, producers, crew feel the tension between admiration and helplessness, wanting to protect her, but knowing that Robin's rare strength often lies in doing her work as though it's the only thing keeping her upright. And in the hours before the broadcast, she quietly reviewed the morning rundown, typed notes about a domestic violence piece she's passionate about, and rehearsed a read about a community feeding program, all while negotiating the emotional turbulence inside her chest, holding herself together for the viewer who doesn't know, because she understands that audience comfort doesn't require perfection, it demands honesty, delivered through composure, and she's already chosen to make kindness her armor, admitting later that the only way she can grieve is by layering grace over grief and speaking from the heart in ways she knows might resonate with those watching from their own kitchens, thinking of their own losses. In the days ahead, Robin, who has transformed her platform not only into a source of news, but a beacon of caregiving awareness, will likely share more, perhaps honoring Sally in a live segment, using her story to highlight elder neglect or dementia, reminding families to speak on difficult subjects before it's too late, because Robin's fundamental gift has always been holding space for others to feel. And while this heartbreak is profoundly personal, her instinct will be to share it when ready, not for spectacle, but to offer connection, to break the isolation grief often creates, and to model what she has called courageous transparency. Behind the scenes, newsroom conversations have shifted from show topics to wraparounds about supporting her, colleagues taking turns offering to step in, share airtime, and cover for Robin in ways that respect her grief while honoring her professionalism, and talking through therapies, spiritual care, and family time that she needs and deserves. Friends outside work describe her as remarkably human, that when she's not the anchor, she's daughter, sister, friend, and they know this week she will feel every pendulum swing between grief and duty, love and loss, public calm and private overwhelm, but they also believe she emerged with the same quiet strength she's always shown. Not unbroken, but unbowed. Not hardened, but even more compassionate. And though this chapter of sorrow is unexpected and unimaginable too, those who only knew her through morning smiles, for those who have watched Robin's journey from cancer survivor to beloved broadcaster, we see not weakness but witness how a woman who once said she wanted to be remembered not for medals but for making people feel safe, now has to make herself safe by leaning into her own grief. And perhaps that is the heartbreak and the courage of it, that someone who has given so much emotionally, who holds others through storms every day, now finds the spotlight on herself in a way she never asked for, not with acclaim but with mourning. And yet, just as she has worn scars as a badge of hope, she wears this heartbreak now not as tragedy, but as connection, reminding all of us that strength isn't measured in smiling through suffering, but in choosing to show up, hold the space, and honor love even after someone has gone on tomorrow morning. Millions will tune in and see her voice steady, her eyes focused, and they will not know her heart is sorrowed, but they will feel something deeper, authenticity, resilience, and the knowledge that even heartbreak can be held with grace, and that is Robin Roberts' true legacy.